Hi, it's Josie, and today I want to talk to you about improving your leg position. Your leg position is really important for dressage because we give leg aids to our horse. If your leg position isn't correct, you're not giving the horse correct aids in the correct place and in a repeatable fashion, because the horses learn by repetition of an aid. So if your leg aid's here one day, there the next day, your horse is never going to understand what it needs to do when you put your leg aid on. So by the end of this video, you should actually understand how your legs should be on your horse, and I'll give you a couple of exercises to help you get it in a better position. It is work and you do need to do it, but if you expect your horse to work, you really should expect yourself to work. So a good leg position is a leg that's long and draped around your horse. Long doesn't mean long like that though. You need to have a little bit of bend in your knee and in this joint here, and your ankle, pardon me, because they are part of your shock absorbing for when you want to go and do sit trot. If you want to see how I do that, I'll just link the video up here for you. But you need to have a nice long draped leg. Your knees and toes should be pointing where you're going, not out there. I see so many people riding with their legs out like that. So it needs to be long and flat against the horse. Your thighs should not be tense. If I tense my thighs, did you see me pop up on top of the saddle? I'll do that again. I'll tense my thighs. I pop up on top of the saddle. Your seat runs from one knee all the way under to the other knee. So if you've got a pair of sticky bum breeches on, this is the bit of your leg and your seat that should be in touch with your horse. So it's not around the back here, it's actually in this way. And if you look at my riding boot, you can see here and here is where I put my leg aids on my horse. They're leg aids, not heel aids. So like I just showed you, your sticky bum bit of your breeches are what should be on the horse. So you can see this area here is on the horse. If I'm rolled out that way, you can see that that is not on my horse. So a couple of tips to help you get a longer leg on your horse. If you're like me and you've got womanly thighs, you might need to actually, and I used to do this all the time, put your hand under there and pull that little bit of your back of your thigh out of the way to get your leg on nice and flat and down on your horse. You don't pinch with it, it just sits straight there. And that actually puts my calf, I'll see if I can get Rebel to turn around for you. That actually puts my calf on my horse. I hope you can see that. So my calf, where you can see my boots are worn, sit against my horse there, and I can give him a leg aid like that. He's not going anywhere at the moment because I haven't done anything else with my body to tell him I have the intention of him doing something. Good boy. So you can grab your thigh and pull it out of the way. Another thing that I did, because I did have slightly rolled out knees pointing that way, and to this day my right toe likes to turn out when I'm concentrating on something else. To try and get my leg a bit flatter if it's starting to roll out, is my ankle here, I will think swing it out, swing it out, swing it out. The ball and joint socket of my hip in here is what needs to be nice and flexible so that your legs will just hang around your horse. If you've got stiff in that bit, it won't move. So when you're riding, you can just swing that out, back in, out, back in, out, back in. Just to move this little joint up here and get a bit of looseness in it. So if you were to come to my place and see me warm up, you would see that I do a lot of stretching of my own hips because I know they're very stiff. So I put some weight down into my stirrups and I take my legs away. Now I try not to allow them to roll out like that when I take them away. I take them away and keep my knees forward and my toes facing forward too. And I feel all that stretch in the ball and socket joint of my hip. That's where you need to get the top bone, your femur bone, to be nice and loose so you can turn it and face it forwards, not rolled out. The other thing that can help you with having a good leg position is making sure that you have just the balls of your foot on your stirrup. Not your toes and not up high, just the balls, so the area straight underneath your toes, the flat bit of your foot on the stirrup. And although everybody says heels down, that analogy I find with a lot of people makes them kick forward like that. So when you say heels down to people, they often do that, which has just pushed my leg forward. And remember, your leg, you should be in a nice alignment. So what I thought, and what worked for me, and I'd love it if it worked for you, is I would think about, have you ever ridden a push bike and then you go to back pedal? So I think about back pedaling. I don't do it, I just think about it, and that makes me stretch through my Achilles tendon, like through the back of my heel without, so I'm just doing it there, that my foot doesn't move. If I think heel down, it goes forward. If I do that, I've just stretched my heel. So I think about back pedaling on a bike to help keep my heel in a good position. Some people find toes up works for them. You can try that if you like, but the back pedal on a push bike really did help me. I hope you find that useful on getting a nice long leg. Every day when you warm up, do some stretches yourself. Try and get your leg wrapped and draped around your horse so that you can give your leg aids with consistency. Your horse will thank you and you will thank you. Thanks for watching.